Good afternoon, Muttonistas, back on another Cockney Odyssey and another trip to Wembley, and it's the cup final this time. A big game, a massive game, one of the best times of the year if you're a football fan and your club actually gets there. Wish it were the last game of the season, which it isn't, but we've still got a job to do in the league as well afterwards. But for the time being, can we make it a second FA Cup in 3 years? Join me for the vlog and find out whether City can overcome Crystal Palace. In a rush as usual, but today's featured pub is the George on Great Portland Street, Fitzrovia. The management extended an invite here, so I'm keen to see what they actually have on offer. Usually when that happens, they're confident in their product. Okay, Muttonistas, the George. Pretty busy, lots of people on the stout, a good sign, and I understand this is a fresh keg as well. I'm going to talk about the football soon, but of course I have to talk you through the pint, how good it is first. That's good, it's really good. It is a creamer, very, very nice pint. It's actually not far off being an absolute creamer. Ooh, maybe by the time I have my second, I'll have changed my mind here. I am going to have a bit of food here, but first, my thoughts about the game today. Under Glasner, Palace have improved leaps and bounds. They do pose quite an attacking threat these days. Not like the days of Woy, where you could rely on those two banks of four sitting back, sitting deep. Of course they will defend on the whole, but they've got pace, they've got real pace. And I do hope that Guardiola does pick some younger, pacier players, because if we stick with all the old guys, De Bruyne, Bernardo, Gundogan, we're going to be in danger of, counter-attack to death, I think. So let's hope Pep gets this right, because the team wasn't quite right against Southampton, and those 2 points could be crucial at the end of the season. Hopefully not. But come on, City, I hope we can turn it around today. I'll bring you the team news later, but now the food.
My favourite ones, I like the salvage and this is black lane, so there's all sorts in there.
So Muttonistas, a short but a very interesting menu here. I've gone for two things that stood out when I previewed the menu in my hotel room down here: red curry pork scratchings and a steak tartare. You know I like it raw, Muttonistas, but let's try the scratchings first. Delicious scratchings. Are they homemade? They look like it to me. And that red curry dip, that sriracha red curry dip, very, very tasty. Good start. I think that is a great snack, and I think it will accompany the beer pretty well. As indeed it does. And now it's for the tartare. And I'm going to try a bit au naturel before I mix up the egg and the Tabasco sauce. Nicely cut by hand, not minced, and it's very well seasoned. Looking forward to spicing this up a bit.
I want to say type 2. I don't know, it's got the pints in it and everything. Yeah.
Okay, Muttonistas, we spiced it up, and the menu suggests that there is beef dripping involved. I think that should accentuate the flavour. Not sure why I didn't quite get that the first taste.
Yeah, Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it. Oh yeah, that is a beautiful tartare. What a start to match day this is. I hope City start as well as this. Come on, City, and I'll see you a bit later. Okay, Muttonistas, the food's been demolished, and what a tasty selection that was. Just shows you how pub food has come on leaps and bounds. And we're not just talking about London here. A lot of little pubs all over the country have really upped their game. Anyway, before we head off to Wembley, a little dessert. A very, shall we say, Celtic dessert. And here we are, Muttonistas, the Celtic dessert, an Irish coffee. I haven't had one of these for ages, so I'm not sure whether I'd be able to give an accurate review as to how good it is comparatively, but I can tell you whether it's good or not. Yeah, that's a nice one. Obviously they have to be a little sweet because you can't get the cream to float if you've not added a bit of sugar, but otherwise coffee, whiskey, cream, and I'll be flying off to Wembley.
There you go, 2 feet up.
Right, Muttonistas, walking down Wembley Way, the team news is out, and it's a little bit curious. We have got a lot of pace up front this time. We've got 2 wingers, we've got Savinho and Doku, and we have Marmoush playing behind Erling Haaland, so lots of attacking promise and pace there. Bernardo and Kevin De Bruyne in the centre of midfield, so those pacey players might need to come back and help. But at the back, we have Ortega playing, who deserves to play because he's had a good season and he is the cup keeper. But I'm not sure who's playing right back here. We've got Akanji, Ortega, Diaz and Gvardiol. 2 of them can play left back. Maybe Akanji's playing right back, or maybe there's a slightly different formation. Anyway, as always, Pep we trust. Come on, City. Okay, Muttonistas, plenty of beer and food options inside the ground. Usual monopolistic abuse. Goose Island IPA from a keg, $7.65. It's what I usually have here, 4.1%. It's okay. And speaking to fans in and around the ground, it's the same concern actually, the legs in midfield, De Bruyne and Bernardo. So we've got to watch those counters. Our faster players up front are going to have to track back a lot, and also they might, through Munoz, get everything going down the right. We've got to be careful. Definitely at the wrong end of the stadium here, Muttonistas. That sun is going to be in my eyes all game long. Well, that was Palace's first foray outside their own half, and it was a goal. Decent cross, reasonable finish, but I still think it could have been cut out. 1-0 Palace. Come on, City, get a grip. Lengthy check here for a red card on VAR. Not sure which end that was. Must have been at the other end. Penalty to City. It's being checked by VAR. see who got legged up down there. It looked like a penalty to me, but can't see properly. Yes, a penalty it is. Come on, don't let us down. Who's taking this? I think it's Marmouche, is it? We really do keep missing penalties at vital times. I've no idea why Haaland wasn't taking that one.
Top score in the 2025 Emirates FA Cup final. Crystal Palace 1, Manchester City 0.
Well, Muttonistas, this is not going to plan so far. Palace are leading 1-0 at half-time. And, of course, with our irregular fullbacks, of course, Palace did get some joy out wide on their very, very rare forays forward. In fact, that was the only decent foray forward they had in the whole game. And, well, could the centre-halves have done better? Hard for me to say. It's very hard for me to watch what's going on. I've had to come in to cool down. My phone needs to cool down, and hopefully the City players will cool down and do better in the second half. And why, oh why, wasn't Haaland taking the penalty? I don't know. Why can't we have some overlapping round the sides? It's always one man against two, as I keep commenting. We used to do that a lot, but I don't know, maybe it increases the risk of a counter-attack. Whatever we are going to do, we have to do it better. Come on, City, come on, Pep, sort it out. We can beat these. Long throw and a goalmouth scramble. We haven't got our defending right at all. It's going to take some effort to pull this one out of the fire now. A lot more urgency than we've shown so far. Well, there's a VAR check going on. I was about to say that you shouldn't really be conceding goals from long throws, but let's see what's going to happen. It's a possible offside, apparently. I couldn't see what was going on, so it is what it is. Offside it is, it's still 1-0, so we're definitely still in the game. And don't forget, in the league match, at 2-0 down, they had an offside or some VAR decision go against them, Palace, and then we turned it around. Let's hope history repeats itself. Sure. Well, 20 minutes to go, plus hopefully a lot of stoppage time. There's been a lot of, well, some of it's time wasting, I suppose, there. The ball did clatter into his head. But we need to find a spark from somewhere. Again, no substitutions from Guardiola. Given that the current players aren't doing it, I would have thought we had to change something. Anyway, let's hope we can find something. Will Palace bottle this? I mean, it's they're 19 minutes away from their first ever major trophy, plus a bit of injury time. So let's see what happens. Gone! 10 minutes of added time, about deserved with all this time wasting. And for Christ's sake, will somebody shoot for once? Muttonistas, back at the Arch House in Bermondsey for the post-match pint and wrap. First of all, congratulations to Palace. I can imagine what a massive moment it is for their supporters and everybody involved in the club winning their first ever trophy. And they are a vociferous but reasonably well-behaved group of supporters, so I'll give a quick raise of the glass to that. Of course, I'm a City blogger, so most of what I say is going to be about what City did. But first of all, we have to check how good the London Black is. Probably the best thing I've seen all day, an absolute creamer. And I have to say, again, Muttonistas, that this is unbeatable stuff in terms of stout and porter in Britain. So, not much good to say about City today. 2 games in a row, 2 weeks in a row, unable to score away from home. It's not good, it's not good at all. Side to side, tons of possession, not doing anything with it, and then when we create openings, either somebody doesn't shoot, or whoever shoots straight at the keeper. We have to do better than this. Of course, you're not going to get much better a chance than a penalty, and I don't understand why Marmouche took it, why wasn't Haaland taking it. Not a good time to experiment, in my opinion, but hey, who knows what's been going on in the practice sessions. For the Palace goal, I'm really not sure who gave the ball away. It was so difficult to see what was going on, but I did see that the cross came in far too easily down Palace's right and our left, and of course there weren't enough people in the box, and so Eze managed to hit the ball into the ground and score quite comfortably. Lots of chances after that to sort out an equaliser, of course the penalty as I've just mentioned, but Echeverry coming in at the end had 2 glorious chances, and I don't know whether it was a good idea to stick him on in such an important situation with 15 minutes to go. Really should have scored there, but how can you blame somebody, a young lad, making his debut? Anyway, I think we have, as I said, problems to sort out. Not just at the back, where it's like we're still giving these big chances away far too easily, but also up front where we're totally static. I mean, sometimes Kevin De Bruyne, who a lot of people were basically saying didn't have a good game, he kept trying to play balls to runners who were non-existent. Is that a problem again on the training pitch, or are the players just not making the runs? Jeremy Doku was decent, caused a lot of problems, got in behind the Palace defence a few times, but nothing came of it at the end. And I wonder whether there were not enough players taking chances running into the box. And I suppose the player of the match was Henderson, the Palace keeper. Now, controversy about him handling outside the area, and it suggested that Haaland was going away from goal. It did take a while, and I've seen those red cards given before. Obviously, that would have changed the match completely. Should have scored the penalty anyway, I suppose. But 2 big games to come, Bournemouth at home and Fulham away, to get ourselves back into the Champions League. We need 4 points from those games. I think given the results for Chelsea and Villa last night, they're going to probably finish on 69 points. Villa, I'm pretty sure, will. Maybe not Chelsea because they've got to go away to Forest, but we have to make sure with our superior goal difference that we finish on 69 points after tossing those 2 points away at our game in Southampton. I'll be covering those crucial games for you, Muttonistas. We're going to pick ourselves up and make sure we get the business done. So until then, I'm going to love you and leave you as usual. Please remember, keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, but most of all, don't forget, you can't beat a bit of mutton.